Is it just me? I'll play a game for a few weeks or months straight, just don't feel like playing it. That's you. That's definitely you. What resolution are you playing at compared to the stream? I'm playing it in 2560 by 1080. How do you like the honeycomb yolk? Yeah, I'm liking it. Wind calm, apparently. Very rich. 75k is what I have.
Mile final runway 35.
So yeah, I'm almost at 100k, but I'm grinding the XP as well so I can get more skill points. As if 30, Captain Flint.
20. Retard.
Landing time logged. Landed at Mike 02. Dixon Mud.
I bet that was I knew it was Captain Flint. I knew it. It's always Captain Flint. We're down. How's the 3950X doing? It hasn't missed a heartbeat. Wait, what are you supposed to park around here? Isn't there meant to be an apron here that I can park on? Not a giant building. Like, if you look at this airport diagram, it shows a few buildings and a massive apron. But in Microsoft Flight Sim, it's just a giant building where you can't park. Like this. I reckon if we can drive into this, I'm gonna go in. We're gonna enter the Twilight Zone. You ready for this? I want to see what's on the other side of this wall. Oh, come on. Really? Right, you're not winning this one. I'll find out what's behind this wall. Aha! Just as I suspected. This is a secret place. The secret apron. This is where I'm supposed to park. It's all just a big illusion. Scumbag game. Well, I guess we're staying here because I can't exactly do anything else. Oh well.
Engine off, time logged. End of flight. Registered in on-air company.
Let's get a cheeky pushback. It is like platform 9 3/4. Like if you take the plane and accelerate at one particular wall, we don't know which wall it is, one particular wall, you can get in. There you go. We'll just leave it sat there. Nice view. I guess so, Ferret. I guess you can flag it for review. I don't think you can do it in the game. You probably have to go post a bug report somewhere. So let's have a look at... The cash is 73.8 because we're still waiting for some income. I got a little bit there, but not much. So the next one should be the final job that gives us all the XP. Look, this is the last one to be delivered here. And then we'll get 7.5 grand and 3,000 XP, which is a whole lot of XP. That'll bump us up one skill level, which means on the skill tree, instead of having 3 points available, we should get another 2, should have 5. And then I'm not really sure which way to go on this. I know that medical jobs pay a lot. I don't particularly want last minute jobs. The problem is I need 2, 4, 6 points and I'm only going to have 5. So I still can't get medical until I level up again. If I could, I'd take that point out of here. I'd like get rid of that because the bank loans are really just terrible. In Thunder anyway, the bank loans are terrible. Do dangerous jobs pay good? Yes. The problem is you have to then go down this tree to get that. But these pay a lot of money. Medical jobs. I kind of put a point in here, figured that was the best way to go, but if I didn't, I could probably get medical now. But like I say, you can't undo this. Even though it says undo. It only cancels stuff you haven't committed. Right, let's have a look. So fuel is cheap. Let's see what we can load in. So we're going to load these 8 people. Oh, rip. Rip. We can't take the pallets. We are, what, 200 over. Can we cancel them too? That would do it. Where are they coming from? Where did they come from? Are they already on board? I think they're already loaded. Printed magazines and food crates. Dump fuel. We'd have to dump an awful lot of fuel. The fuel like only weighs 700 pounds and we'd have to dump 200 pounds. So we'd have to dump quite a bit. Like, we'd have to do that. Which means removing 19 gallons. Fuel after refuel leaves us on 94. I guess we could do that. We're going to give Dixon FBO 19 gallons of fuel as a gift. It's risky. Well, We still have a range of 252 nautical miles, and we've only got to fly 37. I don't think that's risky. What's that sitting on top of the honeycomb? That's the SciTech radio panel. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they basically, some guys come over from Dixon FBO. They come out of the door on that building there. And they walk over and they say, "We'll take that fuel off you there, Mr. Squirrel," and then just disappear back inside. Never to be seen again. KMRC. Let's have a look at this. "36 nautical miles. Actually, let's have a quick look at the weather. "090 at 3 knots, apparently. Looks quite clear. Do that. Do the RNAV. That works. Use a loan to get the cash for the virtual airline. Dude, do you know how much loan I can borrow? in Thunder. You start off with a 30% reputation. And based on your company, so far I've been offered about 10k. Let's see what it's gone up to. Where's loans? There is. Oh, we can get 60,000 now at a lovely rate of 19.4%. We can get that one and pay it off with a weekly payment of 1,300 over 48 weeks. 60,000. However, if we wait till we level up, I reckon after leveling up, we'll be offered more money. Right, nearest airport MO2, start tracking. Yeah, you need about 800 for a caravan, about 500,000 for a TBM. Right, we're tracking. The nozzle, thank you for subbing. You have to get a chat ride on the TBM or the caravan before you can fly it. Which is what I did yesterday. That was quite funny, that chat ride.
TOS system test. Okay.
KMRC. I'll do. "5 PM summertime or UTC?" What? Are you on about the group flight? The group flight says 1600 Zulu. That's when we're starting, 1600 Zulu.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Bitter Barista. I like the name. Thank you for your sub. Welcome. Right, beacon is on.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Good to know. I think the winds are pretty calm. On it sounds like a DVLA driving test inspector. What? No, it doesn't. They think we don't know what's in that building, but we know. Exclamation mark route Lampenbauer. Keep landing lights on during flight. In the caravan and TBM, Honor makes you leave them on below flight level. Actually, both below 11,000 feet, I think it is. It's supposed to be 10,000 feet. Good morning, Harren. Right. Underlights now, strobes. Take off flap. Prop forward.
Approaching runway
Trim
17.
set.
Entered runway 17. 1,524 meters remaining.
Let's get out of here.
Airborne time locked.
Well, I don't think we're going to go to the stars, but yeah. Altonor, thank you for 16 months. You're welcome, thank you. Better performance without the speed brake. Yeah, just a bit. That invisible speed brake, that is unreal, that is. Just double check this thing's not going crazy. It's so easy to lose on a rep if you're not careful with the autopilot. So busy we're not stopping in roads, but where we're going we don't need roads. Ha 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 ha! Anybody else had this one? Look at this, right? I'll move the heading bug, and then it says click to synchronize to current heading. I click, and that's where it thinks my current heading is. It's miles away. It's so weird. Sometimes it works fine, other times it does that. Nah, it's not taking wind. It's like, it's way too... Just look at the orientation of the nose.
Yeah.
Just look at the orientation of the nose there. It's not a wind thing. If that was our nose, it'd be pointing to this way, to the right. Happened in the 172. It's weird. I don't know what causes it. Korea Insincere, thank you very much for 200 bits. It just happens to, yeah, normally I get it by 5 degrees, but that's sometimes the wind. But that's like way off. It's like 10 degrees. Have you checked the Coronado M20R? Nope. Even now if I press it, I think it's even further away. Right, let's have a quick look at the airfield. Hippopotamus, thank you for 4 years, dude. Happy 4-year anniversary. Takes wind into account, that's your heading, you're following the ground track on the magenta, the map is not oriented north up, so it looks like you're going backwards your current direction. Okay, let's try and confirm that story. So right now, I think that our nose is pointing slightly to the left of magenta. And that is backed up by the fact that we have a tailwind that is pointing slightly to the right. So if I click that, I would expect us to be turning left into that crosswind. I would not expect our heading to be following the same direction as the wind, because that would take us right off track, would it not? We're in about 4 flight, or about 4 flight. What about 4 flight? I don't understand. So I don't think you're right about that. Slappy, I don't think that's right. I genuinely think that that's bugged. If it was taking wind into account right now, when I click this, that heading bug would be having his nose left of magenta. It must do, because the wind's coming in from the left. So it has to face into that wind. And if you actually look at this, it is ever so slightly pointing left of magenta, which confirms that wind. So why on earth is that heading bug turning right? I'm on Thunder, the dude. Aqua Vitale, thank you very much for the donation. You're welcome, thank you. 5 knot crossing would never need 20 knots. That's very true. Let's have a look at the chart. So we're coming into Ajapu, and It doesn't say what altitude to be at Ajapu, it just says that at Kemvu we need to be above 3,000. But that's where it actually intercepts the glide down. 3-degree descent. So that's what we're going for. Elevation 681. So we want to be down 3,000 by Kemvu. 22 nautical away. So yeah, 12 nautical should do it. We'll have a while before we get to Kemvu anyway. Just slow down between Ajapu and Kemvu. Autopilot used to overcompensate for wind, maybe it's related somehow. I guess. Quite a clear day here. Can you get aircraft orientation map? You can in 4-flight. Well, you can in Sky Demon. I assume you can in 4-flight. There you go. Does Honor use the latest AirRack or the Sims data? Honor doesn't know anything about AirRack data. It just tracks where you are. It doesn't really care how you get there as such, apart from stalling the plane and doing steep turns. Comes up with the names of the VORs. I don't know.
Destination AWAS is 128.625.
What does the 15 in blue mean on the map? The 15 in blue. Not sure where you're seeing that. I haven't tried the CJ4, no. I kind of stayed away from it mostly because it was a bit buggy, and I enjoyed the TBM a lot. Apparently the transponder of the Mooney is broken, so it's no good for use on pilot edge. It squawks 1200 no matter what. Jeez, there's a big bug list right now. So we'll really need to get on with these bugs, man. Alright, Taz, see you in a bit. Yeah, TBM's a lot of fun. Oh, is that what he meant in blue? He meant those blue numbers, 15, right. That's your minimum sector altitude though. Like, if you go below that, you need to look specifically at your route because you might hit something. Yeah, USMC, I mean, I agree, but, you know, others don't. So we're going to be 3,000 or above here, but then we start descent right there at Kenvu. But between here and here, I'm going to slow down and get flaps 1 in. Ollie Buzzard, thank you, welcome back. Yeah, so the group flight today was not actually done by me. It was done by one of the guys in the Discord server. So I think it'll be pretty good because it's around the Greek islands, but if it sucks, don't blame me. Plausible deniability. How are we doing in the back there? We all good? Get a great view of Santorini. What can you get Squirrel livery? Ask the mod to give you the link. Just bear in mind that it doesn't work in FSE currently. We need to make a tweak to the aircraft config. FSE doesn't like it. Fly around the mountains in Banff National Park earlier at sunrise. Yeah, the golden hour is the best time to fly. Like, it really is so good. The lighting is great. Or like a well-lit city. It's fantastic. $110 gig. Oh my god. That's a full install. Let's get slowed down now. "32 knot wind where I am." That sounds quite breezy. It seems to be holding up fairly well. Like, I've done a few flights today and not restarted it once. And it's holding up pretty well on that score. How long till you get your IRL pilot license? I got it in 2018. Actually runs out at the end of the month. I have to redo my rating. Right, it should be on 06. You have to be above 2500 at LWUB. Live real flight. Do you know the problem with flying and streaming at the same time? Even if you have somebody else doing it, the problem is you're hopping between antennas. So the chances of the signal breaking are pretty good. Man, I hate it. You turn half bank mode off and it just constantly overshoots. What time zone? I don't understand the question. You set the local weather to be live, and then you set the local time to be 6 AM. It's on that screenshot. And the flight starts at 1600 Zulu, approximately. If that's answered your question. Hang on. So that glide slope's wrong. That's wrong, because that's saying we're high on profile, but if you actually look at the chart says you have to be above 2500 at LWUB. And we're not even at LWUB yet. So we can't be above profile. What, 60 feet? But we're not even anywhere near LWUB yet. Maybe airplane 4G onboard internet might do the trick. Yeah, I guess. You know what cracks me up about that though is when you get on a plane in real life and they're like, can you please put all your devices into flight mode? But yet they've got onboard wireless. So how does that work? Unplug the router before takeoff. Used to be they thought that it's interfering often did all the tech planes. Now what it is they didn't know. Nobody would actually say that they were safe to use on planes. Nobody knew. So the safe approach was to ask people to turn them off. But the problem is how does anybody come out and say, yeah, it's okay to use your phone? Because if something happens, they'll go, well, maybe it was the phone. So it's this horrible catch-22. Because phones aren't certified for use on a plane. You thought it was proven they have issues. If it was proven that they had issues, they wouldn't even let you have them turned on. There's so many people get on planes and never put their devices into flight mode. Ever. You know what people are like.
3 mile final runway 06.
It's like saying to people, always put your litter in the garbage can, right? In the bin. Yeah, sure. Because people do that. So when you tell them to turn their devices off, and they're not listening because they've still got their headphones in listening to music anyway.
100.
I mean, the flight attendants have to come round to make sure you got your belt on because people wouldn't even do that. How does humanity survive? It survives by sheer numbers.
5.
The attrition rate is less than 1. So we survive.
Landing time locked. Landed at Kilo Mike Romeo Charlie, Mauricio.
We're down. What's the most bugless aircraft? Yeah, the Cessna 152. The Cessna 152 is pure steam gauge. And it works a treat.
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Park over here because we'll probably need fuel anyway. Yeah, all the Savage, like the bush planes are good.
Engine off time logged. End of flight.
Level
Registered
4
on air.
obtained. Look at that. I guess the XP came home, eh? There you go. So you just do that group of missions and you get 1 level. You spend 8 hours, 9 hours yesterday grinding. We got like that much of a level. You do 1 set of 4 missions, you get an entire level. We got XP, 20. So we got 20 XP for that flight, including a bonus of 2, but we got 3,000 for the mission. It's just no comparison. $87,000 in cash. Oh yeah. Look at that. $7,000 for that. $4,000 for that. Get in. Let me just have a quick look at what our what kind of loan we can get now. Has that gone up at all? Yeah, he says it's gone up like $10,000 because we're leveled up. He was able to move a waypoint from the flight plan. It successfully went to the next one. In the SR-22, nice. The further you go into the missions, the more challenging. Well, the current one now... Oh man, the current one's the hub. Hub and spoke. The last one had me doing it in a chain. With this one, it wants me to hub and spoke. What's that one? Is that a chain? To the... As if. You could do that again for the next one. Bang, 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 bang. So anyway, skill points. Let's look at the skill tree. It's got 5 skill points now. FBO agreement. You can build FBOs and get a logistic query license for one sector. See, I don't think it's worth getting into the FBO thing until you've got a VA. Because at the moment, the only way to get money in is literally me. Whereas if we have a VA, there'll be more people to bring more money in. Then we can get all the rest of this later. I think when you have a VA, the skill tree doesn't apply. If I got that right. Somebody said that once you have a VA, it doesn't really have a skill tree. You're at the point where it's cross-continent for 8 trips. Oh my god. What plane are you doing that in? Fuel loading speed. So you put 2 points in that, and then you can put 2 points in that. And then once you get 1 more point, you can get medical. I mean, fuel loaded 5% faster. The only time you're going to care about that is when you've got big jets. Last minute job of medical, you would go. Yeah. I mean, if I do this, at least I can do last minute jobs now. Last time I checked, VAs are still broken and the money doesn't go to the VA. Correct VA is a full skill tree. Wait, so the VA's broken? Yeah, we'll save that. I want the last minute jobs anyway. Dave, thank you for 42 months, and you still haven't had a shave. Before I hit 48 months, so you must shave. That's a deal. Nope. There's no deal, though. No deal. Even before creating a VA, fully unlocked the skill tree. Oh my god, can you imagine? Let's have a look at the pay. So there's one, at least one job has a time constraint. Yeah, no. Nope. That pays pretty well, considering what you're doing. You're flying some dudes 40 miles. And then you're flying somebody else 59. The problem is you have to fly back in between. I think. Is that right? Yeah. Because you can't take 19 people. If you could carry 19 people, you could go bang, bang. But you can't, so you have to go bang, bang. You can pause the airline if you want to take a break and come back and have no issue. That's alright, isn't it? See, look at this. Medical transportation. Can't do them, yeah. Organ transplant. Can't you just rent a larger aircraft? What can I rent?
Aye, 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 aye.
What can I rent the next up from this that can take 20 people? Mr. D-Storm, another 1,000 bits. Enjoy the rest of the stream. See you next week. D-Storm, thank you for your support, sir. Have a great week. Thank you. I'm wondering if there's like multiple jobs going to the same place. Like that one goes to KBNA. If there were some other ones that went to KBNA. Like that. So that's 9. You see that's 9 packs. That doesn't quite work out. A King Air would be a natural progression. If you ever played War Thunder, I did videos on War Thunder back in 2014, 2015. How many does a King Air transport? Do you know what are the certificates for different aircraft? Yeah, if you go to your player... You got live operations, click on your player. It says single engine piston here, single engine turboprop. You can see them somewhere. Where is it? There's a list of them. I can't remember where you see them. It's only 10 in the King Air. Well, how's that going to help me? I can carry more in the Caravan. Got less than an hour, so I need to do a short hop. 11 seats, 5890 load. Well, that load sounds bigger than the Caravan by quite a bit. King Air just gets you more range and faster speed. Don't know how that's an advantage. Dangerous materials. It's got a radioactive sign. Nobody's going to take radioactive material in the plane. Event logistic. I've noticed that the best paying jobs are the ones that you have to wait to do. Like that one there. You can only complete that in 6 days' time. They're like literally the best paying jobs. MO2, we just came from MO2, didn't we? Business trip to KBNA. I wish I could take these guys with these guys, but it's too many. 16. Do you always fly your next job from the last airfield you landed? So here's the thing, Danology. In this, unlike FSE, you have a character in the game, and your character is situated somewhere, and he can. For you to fly, you can only fly where he is. So if you want to fly a plane from a different location, you have to physically move him, and it takes time to have him moved if you don't want to move him. So it's not like FSA where, oh, I'll fly, you know, Western US and then I'll go and pick up a job in Eastern US. You can't do that in this. Yeah, the Dash 8, I'd love to have a Dash 8 in this. No, you can do something else, Alex. You don't have to wait 6 days and do nothing else. You just have to take that in 6 days. Look at that, 19 people. Wait, 1,800 cargo plus 4 passengers. That's entirely doable in one go. You could stop at KSYI on the way. I reckon that's loadable, you know. I reckon that'll fit in, because 4 times that is less than £800. Probably. That's like 2,600. It's gonna be pushing it, but you can possibly fly that and then that. Hang on, let me take it and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's doable. 679. Pick up some fuel. There you go. 8,200 out of 87. No problemo. Just people speed up time. I don't think you can in this. Okay, so we need to go to KSYI first. That's where we need to be. Passengers loaded, just waiting for the cargo. There you go. Directly east, 25. 36 nautical. What? I didn't know. I don't want any hot sauce. I'm flying tomorrow. It just have to be mayo if you got any. Yeah, got any. KSYI has a bunch of approaches. Wow, there's no wind. It's going to make the journey considerably longer if I do that. You have no passengers on board, why not? It says passengers okay. No passengers on board. What should we be loading? Why is it not loading them in? Why is it not loading the execs in? They're at KSYI. Oh, I see. Ah, yes, you're right. Yeah, so we get there, drop the cargo off, and then take the guys. Yeah, that's fine. Jeez, thought something was broke then. Huh? Okay. Okay. Food's arrived. KSY.
TOS system test. Okay.
36 nautical looks good. Right there. Just put that, I'll grab it. Thank you. Yeah, no, I won't need it. You're making a mistake with the route, why? Why, what's wrong with it? Don't we just fly to KSYI, pick up the execs, and then carry on to KX and drop them off? Or are we just going to have too much fuel at that point? I mean, we might have too much fuel when I get there. I'll have to dump some fuel to take 4 passengers on, probably. The passengers need to go to K... Yeah, I know. All of it needs to go to KX. All of it. But I'm going to go to KSYI and get the passengers, then carry on to KX. Look at the 2 column. Look, both of them have the same destination. Both of them say KX. I don't understand what's wrong. Although I have put the wrong airfield code in, I think. No, I've not. No, you got me questioning myself now. It's fine. Nothing wrong with it.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Have you ever landed at Humberside? Not by choice. No, I've not.
Your flight will be monitored until
Snow
you
Jesus,
exit
welcome back.
from
Thank
the
you, 39.
entrance.
Right, let's get out of here. That windsock is just completely dead. I wonder when they're going to fix up these little taxi light things. There's so many in the wrong place.
Approaching runway 06, 24.
No, I'm not.
Entered runway 06.
You bought a
24.
2.8 and on air now you got to fly it back 150 nautical. You bought one? You're doing better than me. Yeah, I've rented it. I can't afford the 800 grand. I'm struggling to try and get 100 grand.
Approaching runway 0. Entered runway 06. 24.
Let's just go out of here, I think. $500 grand. What server? I think when we get to the destination, though, we'll have to dump fuel. Just to take these 4 guys on.
Airborne time locked.
Yeah, the Pappy lights work fine. You could see him on the approach in the last when I made the landing here. They got some nice weather here today, that's for sure. The destination's disbanded. Oh my god. What are you doing? That autopilot just tried to kill everyone. Let's try that again. Oh, no. Okay, autopilot's gone a bit crazy.
Happy anniversary, Netta.
Right, let's try altitude hold. Autopilot. Okay. That's good. Let's try V speed. Okay, we'll take that instead. Nutty Jim, thank you for 31 months. You're welcome. Thank you for your support, sir. Chicken nugget. We're not flying that far, are we? Chicken nuggets are so good. Even vegetarians love them. Elevation's 801. Wait, there's no meat in a chicken nugget? Mr. Brettson, how are you doing, sir? Found a beautiful gem at an airport. Most of him called Mr. SM. Perfect place to stash some nuts. Whereabouts in the world is that? Oh, I see. Mr. Squirrel Nut. I got you. I got you. It's in the Caribbean. Ah. Thank you for 32 months, Brett. I hope you're well, sir. Reminds you of the stewardess who thought chicken counts as a vegetable. That's part of my 5 a day. Yes, it is. You were tipped off tonight. It's an undocumented, handcrafted airport. Really? An undocumented, handcrafted airport. So it's basically an Easter egg. I wonder how many others they've done. Is the tail lamp invisible? Not quite. Annoyingly, you can't control the placement of the tail number. So your father's a vegetarian, and the stewardess thought that chicken counts as a vegetable. Ferret. That's amazing. I hope he emailed the company and sort of thanked them for the quality of the staff.
AWAS is 119.275.
What we'll do is we'll land on 1-8, dump the fuel, try and get 4 people. We're going to swap out 800 pounds of fuel for 4 people. Hopefully. Jazz, I don't know, mate. They must come with the... Maybe I have to put it in the dev mode? I don't know. Like Blackie knows. Actually, I think Clink did some videos on it, on how to do liveries. You use a program called Air Server for Windows, and then you broadcast you mirror your screen from your iPad to that. It's quite simple. What plane are we flying the group flight? So we're all going to fly a caravan with the squirrel livery. You don't have to. I'm going to do it. I'm going to fly with flaps down though. And that way people in the 172s and stuff can keep up. You haven't managed to install liveries. That's so weird, Rizzy. Hey, Trotters, doing well? Excuse me. Do you have some planes have RPM levers for props? Why do some planes have RPM levers for props? You mean like the blue one? So some propellers are basically fixed in the pitch, and other ones, the pitch can be changed. And that's what that lever controls. Or it controls the computer that controls that, one of the two. Called a variable pitch propeller, and that way you can change the load. They're very useful. Calgie, thank you for subbing, Calgie. Welcome to the Net House, sir. Hello, Pilot, how you doing, mate? There's the airfield. Sage, thank you for 22. Oh, you're finally building that PC. It's about time. I actually don't know what spec you went for in the end on your PC. 10900k with all the trimmings. You went Intel? Team Blue? What's going on? It's supposed to be with the Rebel Alliance, not the Imperials. Thank you, Cocaine Moon. You was at I-60, I signed your mouse mat. I remember signing the mouse mat. I can't say I remember your face exactly, though. You're still gun shy around the rebels. Ugh. It's not run by Yoda anymore. I thought the fact that Ty has got an AMD and I have, I thought that would have convinced you. The new Apple A14 is 5 nanometers. Oh my god. That is kind of crazy.
Hundred.
500.
Final runway 18.
There's some nice weather.
Landing time locked. Landed at Kilo
I did not
Sierra
want to come
India.
down.
Bomber Shelbyville Mud.
Oh, it's... Oh, no, it's not. Thought it was the airfield with a strange building again. This caravan doesn't want to turn. That's full right rudder, full right toe brake. And it's like full nope. This didn't tip over there. There is that. I've never actually tried to operate a caravan in real life, Chris. Sorry, Brett-san. I don't know. I don't know what it's like in real life. I honestly don't know.
Engine off time locked. End of flight. Registered in on-air company.
Right, let's see what we can do in on air now. This is going to be funny. Caravans the planes, I have my time in this stinker turning. Well, they're like caravans, they don't want to turn. Like real caravans. Yeah, you have to get the type rating on the turboprop.
To the nut house.
I did that yesterday if you want to see what it's like. Cocaine Moon, thank you for your sub. Top, thank you for your sub. It only just came through, I don't know why. Now I need to lose a couple of £100. So we're going to give some free fuel away again. Just to get it. £5 under gross.
Nut house. Happy anniversary, Natter.
Would I first spell it correctly? Man, that's a shit. Like 20 miles. Just have a give a go and take. I don't know how it works, to be honest, but if you basically dump fuel, you don't get paid for it. I don't know where it goes. (1,067 foot elevation). Wind's variable at 4 knots. Right, we'll land on 03 then. See if we can get there before 5. Got a key to give away as well. Let's make this happen.
TOS system test. Okay.
Wait, was X. KAYX. KX is not in the flight sim database. Okay. So now we've found an airfield that On Air knows about, that Microsoft Flight Sim doesn't know about. It is modeled. Yeah, if you can get to it. It gets better. All right. The runway has a big yellow X on it. I love the consistency, or lack of consistency, between Microsoft Flight Sim, Navigraph, ForeFlight Navigraph, SkyVector, and Honor. They've all got different ideas of reality. Main Puritan, thank you for 29. Yeah, currently get fresh. I think he's working on the CBM next. All right, let's get out of here. We've done some fun VFR landings yesterday, actually. We kind of had to fly over and literally try and work out which was the runway. Because it was a bunch of farm buildings with fields all around it. And you're like, I think that's the runway that